Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial I want to show you a very easy stitch. This stitch is not reversible. This stitch works with multiples of 4. So I have here multiples of 4. I'm gonna use 3.5mm crochet hook. And after we chain the multiples of 4, we're gonna skip the first 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th chain we're gonna do in there a double crochet. Chain 2. We're gonna skip the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and into the 3rd chain we're gonna do a double crochet. We're gonna move to the next chain and we're gonna do also a double crochet, and this is how we're gonna do this row until we finish this one. Chain 2. We're gonna skip the next 2 chains and into the 3rd, double crochet. Next chain, double crochet. Chain 2. And again we're gonna skip the next 2 chains and into the 3rd, double crochet. Next chain, double crochet. Chain 2. We're gonna skip the next 2 chains and into the 3rd, double crochet. And into the next chain, which is the last one, also double crochet. Okay, so the first row is gonna look like this. Okay, now we're gonna chain 2, turn your work, and into the 2nd stitch here we're gonna do a double crochet. Chain 2, and now we're gonna skip this 2 chain space, these 2 chains, and we're gonna work with these 2 double crochets, in which we're gonna put front post double crochet. So you go around the first double crochet, pull up a loop, pull the yarn to the first 2 loops, pull the yarn to the last 2. So we're gonna go to the next double crochet and we're gonna do a front post double crochet. Chain 2, and we're gonna move to the next 2 double crochets. So we're gonna skip this 2 chain space and we're gonna move to the double crochets, in which we're gonna do in there front post double crochet through the first one, and then you're gonna move to the 2nd double crochet and you're gonna do a front post double crochet. Chain 2, and we're gonna repeat. We skip the 2 chain space here and we're gonna go directly to these 2 double crochets, and through the first one we're gonna do a front post double crochet. You go to the 2nd double crochet and do a front post double crochet. Chain 2, and at the end here we have the double crochet and the chain that we skipped in the beginning. So we're gonna go on top of the stitch, the first double crochet here, through the stitch we're gonna do a double crochet. This is how we're gonna finish each row. So now on top of the chain we're gonna go in there and do a double crochet through that chain, the top chain. You're gonna chain 2, turn your work. So one side, the back work of the stitch, is gonna look like this. So now the 2nd stitch here, this one, double crochet. This is how you're gonna start each row. Chain 2. This stitch has only 2 rows repeat, so one row is gonna be front post in each the double crochet, let's say, and the 2nd row is gonna be back post double crochet. So we're gonna skip this 2 chain space, and with this front post from the previous row, we're gonna do a back post. And this is a little bit loose when you put this on you. For example, if you do a vest, it's gonna be a little bit large, you know. So the second double crochet, also we're gonna do a back post double crochet, chain 2, and you're gonna move to the next cluster, let's say the 2, and you're gonna do back post in each. Gonna go to the next one, and also back post, chain 2, and you're gonna skip the 2 chain space, and you're gonna go directly to these 2 and back post. I think if you work this with a elastic yarn, this will be really nice, or even a blanket if you like. Chain 2, and at the end here we have the double crochet and the chain 2. So we're gonna go through the stitch to that double crochet, and we're gonna do a double crochet and a double crochet on the top, that second chain, and we're gonna do a double crochet. This is how you're gonna finish each row. So the back work is gonna look like this, yeah, with these lines. Chain 2, turn your work, and we're gonna repeat the row with the front post, yeah. So the second stitch here, gonna go in there, and we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and we're gonna move to the 2 back post. Well, now it's front post, so you're gonna do a front post double crochet. You move to the next front post, chain 2, you're gonna skip the 2 chain space, and you're gonna move to this, and you're gonna do front post double crochet in each of those 2. Chain 2, and you move to the next, and also you're gonna do front post double crochet, chain 2, and now at the end we're gonna do a double crochet on top of the stitch and a double crochet into the top chain. So you're gonna go the top chain, and you're gonna do a double crochet. So the sides are gonna be a little bit neat and straight, let's say. So this is the stitch. It's a little bit loose, yeah. It's not so close like other styles of front post, back post. So if you want a little bit like for spring or summer, and you use a yarn that it's not so thick, I think this is a nice style to do something. So you're gonna chain 2, and now into the second stitch here you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and then you're gonna do back post in the next 2, chain 2, back post in the next 2, and so on. And at the end you're gonna do a double crochet here on the top stitch and a double crochet into that second chain, the top chain. And this is the stitch. It's a very easy stitch, it's relaxing, it's not so complicated, this one. And it's a little bit like open work with this, but I think this one looks nice with a thinner yarn. You can do it with a thicker if you like, but I think this is nice. Look like this, like a blouse, a vest. I'm sure you can find some projects to do with this stitch. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.